Okay, here's another interesting little story about my brother Jimmy. Jimmy was an accountant, and he taught at Morris County Community College, but he also had an accounting business on the side. And one of his clients was Skippy Smith. And Jimmy used to do the taxes for Skippy Smith. And now Skippy Smith sounds like somebody who's light in his shoes or something like that. You know what I mean? No, Skippy Smith was a tough cookie. He had been in reform school and jail and he was a tough kid. Grew up tough, and but that was his name, Skippy. So anyway, Skippy comes up to Duff, and now I tell you this long story. I mean, I don't know how the heck we got to know Skippy, but he liked us. He liked the Duffies, So anyway, Skippy and Jimmy stayed friends. I mean, I moved away, so Skippy and Jimmy stayed friends for years and years. And Jimmy used to do Skippy's taxes. So that's another funny story, but that's another one. Anyway, one day after doing the taxes or whatever, Jimmy's talking, and Skippy had bought a new garbage truck. He had one of the businesses he had was a garbage collection business, and he had bought one of these big dumpsters. I mean, the kind that has like two big forks in the front, comes in and picks up a dumpster and actually dumps it in the back. The driver really doesn't have to get out and do anything. So Jimmy gets a job in the summertime. As a teacher in the summer, you're off. So Jimmy gets a job in the summer working for Skippy Smith, which just seems crazy, but anyway, he's working for Skippy, and he's driving a garbage truck. And he drove it, he had like the midnight shift. He drove it from, I think, 2 in the morning to 8 or 10 in the morning. And what he did was he went around to all these restaurants. Skippy had these contracts for all these restaurants. Skippy had friends in high places or friends in low places, I don't know. But he had friends with contacts. And so he had these restaurants. So Jimmy would, after the restaurant was closed, Jimmy would just drive up, pick up the dumpster, dump it, and go from restaurant to restaurant. And driving it was a big truck, But anyway, that was his job in the summertime, working for Skippy Smith. So the teacher, and now he's a garbage collector. We had a lot of jobs when we were kids. It didn't bother us. As long as it paid good money. And I guess it did pay good money. Anyway, there's some other stories about Skippy in there. And just kind of how we got to know Skippy is an interesting little story. But we were friends for years. And I don't know how Skippy's doing today or what he's doing or if he's around. But anyway, he'd probably still remember me. So anyway, just one more little story. Take it easy. Talk to you later.